Your content strategy is broken. Here's the structural fix. Your content isn't inconsistent. It's structurally fragile. Everyone says the solution to content marketing is simple. Be consistent. Post more. Show up every week. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most businesses are publishing regularly and still not building authority. Traffic spikes, then disappears. Content calendars fill up, but nothing compounds. So the real question is this: what if consistency isn't a discipline problem, but a design problem? Today, we're going to unpack why most content strategies collapse under scale and how to build a system that actually compounds authority over time. Let's start with the tension most growing businesses feel. You've got a content plan. Your team is publishing, maybe weekly, maybe even daily, but something still feels off. Your authority isn't sticking. Prospects still ask basic questions on sales calls. Your brand isn't clearly associated with a single domain. And every quarter feels like you're starting over. Why? Because most content strategies treat publishing like a habit. But businesses aren't creators. They're systems. When content relies on discipline, or one motivated person pushing it forward, it will always break under growth. More people join the team. Priorities shift. New initiatives compete for attention. And slowly, messaging drifts. Not dramatically, just slightly. A new topic here. A trend response there. Until suddenly your content feels scattered. This is what engineers call entropy. Systems naturally drift toward disorder unless structure prevents it. And in content marketing, entropy shows up as authority dilution. More content. More authority. So here's the shift. Authority isn't built through frequency. It's built through reinforcement. Think about how strong brands behave. They don't talk about everything. They reinforce a small number of ideas over and over again, not repetitively, strategically. That reinforcement creates what search engines and AI systems call topical authority. When every article connects to a defined pillar, when every piece strengthens previous work, when internal linking creates semantic clarity, something powerful happens. Your content stops competing with itself. It starts compounding. Let's break that down. First, define clear authority pillars. Most businesses try to cover too much territory. But authority grows when you go deep, not wide. 3 to 5 core domains is usually enough. Everything you publish should reinforce one of them. Second, build reinforcement loops. Every new piece of content should strengthen previous ones. Link back to pillar pages. Update older articles. Create clusters around core ideas. Instead of a pile of posts, you build a network. And networks create authority. Third, reduce drift with governance. Without constraints, entropy wins. That means deciding not only what you will publish, but what you won't. Because strategic silence often strengthens your signal. Authority grows through constraint. And here's the interesting part. In an AI-driven search environment, this matters even more. Machines don't just read individual pages. They interpret patterns across your entire domain. If your content reinforces a clear domain repeatedly, your expertise becomes easier to interpret and more likely to be cited. So the advantage isn't volume, it's coherence. Now imagine the alternative. Instead of chasing content consistency every week, you design a system that holds. Your pillars are clear. Every article strengthens your positioning. Sales conversations change. Prospects already understand what you stand for. They reference ideas you've published. They evaluate competitors through the frameworks you introduced. Your brand becomes easier to categorize. For humans and for machines. At that point, content stops being marketing activity. It becomes authority infrastructure. You're no longer trying to stay visible. You're shaping how the market understands your domain. And that's the real shift. You're not a content poster. You're an authority architect. Authority is infrastructure. So let's recap the core idea. Consistency isn't discipline, it's design. If your content isn't compounding, the problem usually isn't effort, it's structure. Authority grows when you define clear topical pillars, reinforce them consistently, connect your content into a structured network, and reduce drift before it compounds. Because in the long run, publishing more doesn't win. Reinforcing better does.